What's Crack-a-lackin Dudes and Doodettes? It's Ness, and you're watching NES Collectibles, and we're going to be talking some more about the One Piece card game, because there's so much news. I cannot begin to tell y'all how many cards have been coming out and how excited I am to show them off. We've got so much to cover. Let's start digging right into this. I want to preview as much about OP-01 as I can right now, and just talk about all the different cards that they've shown so far and what's out. So let's get right into it. We've got definitely a bunch of different leaders being shown off right now. So the first card in the set is the new Zoro leader card. They did announce a manga version of this one that's also been shown off here, and then this one's obviously mono red. This one's a little weird because it's kind of breaking everything that we know about the game, because the leaders, really, we only thought that they could be captains so far. Zoro is our first non-captain that is a leader card now, so that really opens things up for more or less anyone to be a leader. Then we've got the second card, which is Trafalgar Law's new red and green combo color leader card. Also, all the new leaders for OP-01 have a manga alternate art. Then we have the red and green Luffy, which is pretty sweet there, as well as his manga card. And it's not until much later that we see the next leader card in the set. So for some reason they broke them up between the beginning and the rest of the set. So I don't know if they're trying to do everything based on color, and that's why these got put at the beginning. I'm not really sure what's with the numbering setup right now. It's kind of confused. The fact that Zoro is the first card is super duper strange. Followed by Law and then by Luffy. Super bizarre. But then we start to get to actually see some of the other cards. We've got Usopp is number 4. We haven't been previewed number 5 yet at the time of this recording. Number 6 is Otama. And that is a super cute, definitely a additional This was definitely a commissioned drawing for this one. This is not a piece of anime art, which I think is really cool that they're putting so much effort into the art on these cards, because that means any of the normal cards can be great art, not just the anime art, which is amazing in my opinion. Then we've got Cavendish for number 8. Still not sure what number 7 is yet. Okay, so then we had Carrot for number 9. Really still hoping that we get her transformation as a card. There's definitely room there because we haven't been previewed 10 and 11. Then number 12 is Sai. I haven't been able to actually get a good image of this card to see that this is actually card number 12, but that is how it is listed currently in the Discord. And those guys are pretty smart, so I'm sure they know what they're talking about. Number 13 is Sanji. Then we've got Jinbei for number 14, Chopper for number 15, and then we have Nami along with Nami's alternate art, which is again super great that we're getting all these alternate arts that they don't even have to be super rares. They're doing alternate arts for the rares, and there'll probably be alternate arts for some of the other lower rarities as well, which is super exciting. Definitely stoked about that. Then we have Robin's Straw Hat Crew card for number 17. Number 18 we don't know yet. Number 19 is Bartolomeo, and I was so glad that they made this card. He's so silly, but again, look at how good the art is. Not every card is from the anime, not every card is custom art either, but it's so good. Number 20 is the old man, Hyogoro. Then we have Frankie in all his anime glory, followed by Baruch. Then we get the super rare for Luffy's card, along with the crazy alternate art, which is so darn cool. That was the one that was previewed back in Shonen Jump. I'm glad we finally know which card number that is. I was hoping it was going to be one of the secret rares, but we'll get into those later, and I'm not unhappy about how that turned out. Zoro is another super rare here. So if I were to guess, that's where that other art is going to be coming in. That big one, that super rare alt art, I bet has to do with this. I bet it's for this one. Then we start getting into some events. So we got the Gum Gum Red Hawk here. We got the Round Table event. We've got Frankie Radical Beam. That one's actually in English. Can't believe we've actually got some English translation stuff going on here. That's awesome. Followed by In 2 Years event. Then we get into, we don't know what 31 is still. Like I said, there's a bunch of these that are not exactly in order. I tried to put all of these that I knew in this order. So, but then we get into the group of the samurai. So we got Ashura Doji, followed by Dogstorm, followed by Okiku. We've got Kawamatsu and Killer. I don't know why Killer's right here of all places, but sure. Then we've got Kinemon with his sweet alternate art that was previewed so long ago. And all the previews were red cards. Like, that's how they templated the previews out. So then we've got Shachi and Jean Bart. And we get to Law's super rare card and his alternate art, which was again previewed at the same time as the Zoro. We still don't have Sabo, so don't forget, like, somewhere in here, Sabo's probably got to be a red card. It's got to be red, right? I think Sabo's got to be red. Then we get back to the samurai, so then we get to Cat Viper. We're still missing some of the other samurai, so they're probably going to fill in these slots. Then we've got Penguin, another one of Law's crew, and Raizo. Then we get the Punk Gibson event, and then we finally get to the other leader. We get to Kaido's card, and he's crossing blue and purple. We still don't know what the last two colors are going to be. If I were to guess, it's got to be yellow and I want to say black, because yellow and black are the two colors that are also used in the Digimon card game. So they're still missing two colors. And maybe that's, I don't know. I'm guessing we're not going to see them in this first set. And one of those is probably being reserved for the Marines, because we really haven't gotten any Marines yet. Of all the Marines, they've been kind of shoehorned into either blue or I think just blue. Then we jump into the blue cards with Alvida. And so there is kind of a big, there's a jump here where we go from 61 to 64 to Alvida. So we've got a couple of cards in there. So maybe there's another blue purple leader. I think there's like, this is the problem with this set. When we look at it right now with the alternate arts, we have the 8 leaders, But the question is do the alt art counts? Do the alternate arts count? I have no idea. I'm guessing they do, because that would make a lot of sense. But the idea that we're not getting any other colors crossing over, we're not getting any blue greens or red purples or anything like that. There's a lot of different changes that I think could be made. So, but yeah, blue purple is the only other combo color, and there's only one leader, which is Kaido. So then we jump again to Crocodile at 67, and we have his alternate art, which is super cool. Super cool. Love that alt art. I want that card. Then we've got Caesar Clown, so we're jumping around again. We see Kuma, and then we go to Bellamy and Perona. And we've got, this is, I think somewhere in here is where we're going to see Gecko Moria. We get Monet, and then we go straight back into Baroque Court. So we got number 1, number 2, and number 3. So you guys can get a second to look at them. Then we get some more events. We get the Officer Agents, as well as Baroque Works as events. When we look at this one, that tells me that I think we're going to get Mr. 4 in here as well as Miss Merry Christmas. Just if we're including them in the pictures and in the art, they're in both of those events. So I would assume that we gotta see them show up as cards in here. Then we jump ahead a couple more cards, and we get to Ulti, which I'm so glad she's in it. And her alternate art, both cards I think look awesome. Then we get into King and his alternate art. Oh, so good. Then we have Apu, Mr. Scratchman Apu. We've got Speed, Basil Hawkins. We have Kamazo, which is crazy cool looking. We get Who's Who. We get Hold'em. And then we get a couple more events. We get the Artificial Smile Fruit and Ulti Mortar. I love that art. So we've got a whole bunch of different characters that are going to be still needed. So we still need Black Maria. We still need who else do we need? There's so many other characters that are missing. Oh, we did have Kaido. The new Kaido is super duper cool looking. He is right after Ulti. I definitely messed that up. Sorry. I tried to get these all like organized and I think I messed it up. Okay, so I'm guessing there's 5 events in each color probably. If I were to guess, that would make sense. Like, just to kind of keep things even. I'm gonna guess that there's 5 events. Because there's 4 that we know about for red. There's only 1 we know about for green. There's 2 we know about for blue. And 2 we know about for purple. And then it could easily be the 15 through 19 or whatever. Okay, so then we get into Shanks. Shanks is nuts. He looks so good. I mean, I don't know if I could be happier having, him be the secret rare. Like, that is so dope. But that means I don't think we're going to get him in any other form here. We're definitely not getting any of the admirals, just because I don't think there's any way that they're going to drop anyone that big after Shanks. Plus, that's probably going to be saved for the next set, because they've already announced it, and it's all about the Marines and the Whitebeard War. So That's gonna be sweet. Then we got next is Yamato's secret rare, which is oh so very cool. It's so neat. Like, what great art, and very, very excited about that one. I can't wait to see these cards in person because they're going to be glorious looking. That is it that we know for sure. That's everything for OP-01. Let's look at what we have been previewed that we pretty much know is going to show up somehow. But the question is are these going to be alternate arts, or are these going to be the official arts on the cards? So first off, we've got Boa. This art was great. Can't wait to see where it falls. It looks like it could easily be an alternate art. But I just can't imagine we're going to have that many super rares. And I feel like she might be of super rare status. Don Krieg is clearly not of super rare status, I don't think. But he'll be in there somewhere, which makes me wonder if we're going to get some of the other older villains. That might be a good way to fill in some of those slots. We got Fukuro Kuju. He's the leader of the ninja guys for in Wano under Lord Orochi, Shogun Orochi, as it were. We've got the General Frankie. That's definitely going to show up. That's going to be sweet. We've got Jinbei in his underwater glory. I am wondering if some of these might pop up as promos somehow for like the championships or the winning of tournaments and such. We got Kid in his alternate art, looking cool there. Then Kyoshiro is super cool looking. Definitely stoked for that one. And then we get a sweet looking Mihawk, which is another one. Seems like it should be a super rare if you ask me, but maybe they're just going to give us some really, really cool alternate arts for rares. Then we got Gecko Moria. Gotta have Moria. Definitely probably one of those missing cards for blue. Then we have Kamachio, who is the lion dog. Then we've got the Sanji alternate art. Definitely going to be an alt art for Sanji. It's going to look great. Probably going to be expanding past the borders and stuff like that. Then we get Virgo. Probably going to fall into that blue. I would say Virgo is probably going to be with Monet. So blue. And we have page 1, obviously going to be purple. Be right next to Ulti. Either in that 92 or 94 card number slot, if I were to guess. And then we have the Pacifistas, which, who knows? I think they'll probably be in blue. Okay, let's jump into the promo cards. They just premiered these at AX. There's 5 of them in a pack. You get the same 5 in every pack. People are paying way too much money for these. They're going to be given away for free, and they're going to be all over the place. But you're going to get all of the characters that are the leaders for the starter decks as their character cards. So you're going to have a Luffy, a Kid, a Croc, and a Kaido. And then you also get an event card. And it is what it is. You're always going to get the same things. I've got a couple of these coming to me. I'm definitely going to open one of them on the channel for sure. So I will let y'all know when that pops up. Thank you again to my friends who were able to snag those for me, because I am so excited. So then some other art popped up, and this art is crazy cool. We got these championship One Piece card game promos, something. I don't know what these are, but they're so cool. So they showed off this Usopp, which is clearly an alternate art for the 4th card in OP-01. We've got an alternate art for Luffy. And these all like have this little like stamp logo on them, which is why I noticed them. There was a Chopper that was previewed from the starter deck that's an alternate art. And then a Zoro. And so I don't know how you get these. I'm guessing you have to either compete in the tournaments or win or something, but they are super duper cool. They announced a promo number 6, Luffy, which is super awesome. It's definitely got a lot going on with it. The art is gorgeous.
NES.